If you've been gaming on PC for even a short amount of time, you've definitely heard of Steam and its owner, the Valve Corporation. Before becoming the digital storefront giant it is today, Valve focused on developing their own games and were responsible for some of the greatest video games ever made. Oftentimes, smaller developers would be hired because someone at Valve was impressed by their work and wanted to give them full access to their resources. This simple formula resulted in games like Counter-Strike, Dota 2, Team Fortress Classic, and Left 4 Dead. In 2005, a group of college students made a game called Narbacular Drop, which got the attention of co-founder Gabe Newell, who hired the entire team to work at Valve. The small team from DigiPen Institute of Technology worked for 2 years and released their new game under Valve in 2007, Portal. Portal was originally released alongside Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and 2 and Team Fortress 2 in the Xbox 360 and PC compilation The Orange Box. Nowadays, you can get Portal on PC through Steam, on Switch through the Portal Companion Collection, which comes with the sequel, or if you have the original Xbox 360 disc, you can still play The Orange Box on Xbox Series X through backwards compatibility. I played on Steam Deck, and after 5 hours in-game, here's my review of Portal. Portal was originally released in the Orange Box compilation for Xbox 360 and PC in 2007, then PS3 later that year. It retailed for $49.95 on PC and $59.95 on console, and came with Half-Life 2, the additional Episode 1 and 2 content, Team Fortress 2, and Portal. A year later, a standalone version called Portal Still Alive came out as an Xbox Live Arcade exclusive with extra content for $14.99. Another compilation came out on the Nintendo Switch containing Portal Still Alive and the sequel Portal 2 for $19.99. You can still download the Xbox 360 version of Portal Still Alive with Xbox Series, but the most up-to-date version is a remaster on Steam called Portal with RTX. This version was remastered by Nvidia to showcase the 4000 series GPU's path tracing capabilities and looks good, but unfortunately doesn't run on Steam Deck. I played the deck-verified base version on Steam, and it doesn't look bad at all, so you won't be missing too much by skipping the RTX version, but it is free if you want to upgrade it on your PC. I didn't have a single problem running this on my Steam Deck, even during the most gravity-defying topsy-turvy gameplay moments. The game is sorted into chapters, making it very easy to drop in and out of gameplay whenever you want. You can even choose which chapters to replay after you're done. This makes Portal a great handheld game, but the one problem I have with it is its length. I finished a playthrough in just over an hour, and it was fun, but it felt like more of a demo of what we would eventually get in Portal 2. The extra content in the Still Alive version of the game is only available on Steam as an unofficial mod, so it's a bit of a pain to get on the Steam Deck. The Companion Collection on Switch and the downloadable Xbox Series version have the extra content, but even then it only adds less than an hour of gameplay. Where Portal shines is in its puzzles and writing, so let's talk about that. Portal is a puzzle platformer game where you use a device known as a portal gun to travel through different test chambers in a huge underground science facility. You play as Chell, a silent human test subject for Aperture Science, who for some unknown reason is forced to test the portal gun in a variety of life-threatening ways. A robot voice named GLaDOS guides you through the facility and observes you using portals to avoid turrets, lasers, pits of fire, and more for science. It becomes clear that GLaDOS is not being totally honest with you, and the nice cake you've been promised at the end of testing may be a metaphor for something more sinister. Ellen McLain gives an incredible performance as most of the robots in the game, and even sings a total banger as GLaDOS in the end credits. The writing is extremely funny. GLaDOS is very sarcastic and is constantly messing with Chell, who hilariously can't say anything to defend herself. Chell can make up to 2 portals and can use them to move objects or even herself through the testing facility. As you progress, new challenges will be thrown at you that will make you think about things like gravity and forward momentum that make Portal much more than your average puzzle game. The puzzles start off as simple point A to point B strategies, but evolve into very creative physics-based movement. Sometimes you'll need to use momentum to launch Chell across a chasm, or think with portals to get a ball of energy safely across a twisting corridor. The puzzles are easy enough to not be frustrating, but challenging enough to feel rewarding when you complete them. A lot of these will make you feel really cool when you pull them off. Getting through the Aperture Science testing facility in one piece and then facing GLaDOS was a very rewarding but brief experience that I would definitely play again. Portal is available on several different platforms, both as part of a collection and by itself. It's on Nintendo Switch through the Companion Collection, which includes the Still Alive content and the very well-received sequel Portal 2 for $19.99. You can also get it on PC by itself for $9.99 and upgrade to the remaster Portal with RTX for free, but like I said, the Still Alive content is only available on PC as a mod. If you're a PlayStation player, you are completely out of luck unless you have a PS3 and the PS3 version of the Orange Box, which goes for around $30 these days. Finally, Portal Still Alive is available for download on the Xbox Series for $14.99, or if you have the original Orange Box disc, you can play it on a Series X through backwards compatibility. Now, after GLaDOS installs my memory core, I'll give this a score from 1 to 4. On the revolutionary Dinkus 4-star scale, Portal gets 3 out of 4 stars. This game is very well done and is perfectly suited for handheld gameplay, but it's just too short to spend full price on. Even with Still Alive's 14 additional levels, you might get 2 hours out of this game if you really stretch it out. There's not a ton of variety in how to solve each puzzle either, so the real reason to replay the game is to hear the script again. Portal is an innovative physics puzzle game with an amazing script that would have been a 4-star game if it weren't such a short experience. This is not a review of the Companion Collection or the Orange Box, it's a review of Portal on its own. Those collections have different games and would have completely different scores. What this means is I wouldn't buy a compilation just for Portal 1, but I would recommend buying it by itself for under full price. Buy this game, but make sure it's on sale.